situation up. All right. And while that happens, I can try and get the all right. So I got that. And then if people are bored over the next 5 minutes, while you're waiting, you can click the link that Eva's put in and download Plogalong. Is one of the apps that we recently released, available on the iOS App Store. And they're looking for reviews. And then there's also the Android beta that you can join. So they need to be tested. And on top of that, if you have an Amazon Alexa, there is the Boston Info Amazon Alexa skill. And so you can go ahead and download that from the Amazon Alexa skill shop, and you'll be able to get alerts from the city of Boston and find out what's going on with trash pickup or snow alerts.
Wow. We are getting there.
Yeah, I know. It feels so weird. It's like, I remember when they were all like not even born yet, these apps. And now I'm like, just download our things, use them.
Very cool.
All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Code for Boston. My name is Matt, and I am on the core team here at Code for Boston, along with, we got Annie and Harlan and Alex in the room, and Thad usually drops in at some point, along sometimes with Brian. So if you have questions, need help with anything, feel free to message one of us on Zoom or Slack, and we'll be more than happy to help you all. The way this is going to work is we're going to have our opening remarks. And then after our opening remarks, we'll have some project updates. And then after project updates, new folks can stay in here. Alex and I will do a new member orientation with you all so you can get a sense of how this all works. And everyone else, of course, can go off to hacking on their projects. So with that, let's get started. Start off with announcements. So we are now week 48 of virtual hack nights, and very exciting week this week. We got some new things that are going to be starting. So later, when we have the project updates, I'll let Daryl Malone from Tubman Project will be describing the new police data project that we're going to be kicking off tonight. So very excited for that, and definitely excited for folks that might be here to work on that particular project. So really glad that Daryl's here. And yeah, so we'll have that and maybe some new things in the next couple weeks as well. A little mysterious teaser for you all. So with that, make sure to follow our code of conduct. It's at codeforboston.org/code of conduct. The gist of it being that this is a respectful space. If you feel like you aren't being respected, then you should go ahead and email hello@codeforboston or talk to one of us on core team, and we will take care of it. Like to encourage folks to follow us on social media. Go to our website at codeforboston.org. There's a little section that says connect. And so we have all the things. We finally have 200 YouTube subscribers. So definitely excited to have grown our presence on that platform. And in addition to that, weekly email newsletter goes out Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. So if you want to keep up to date on things, you can't log into the YouTube or the Zoom, the email newsletter is the place to be. Of course, also want to keep encouraging folks to RSVP on Meetup at meetup.com/codeforboston. That's how a lot of folks find out about us. I keep the latest URL for Zoom at codeforboston.org/room/CFB. So if you bookmark that, you'll almost always land in the correct place to RSVP for the Zoom chat. So then that way, you can share project updates or just say hello to folks that are in the room and get the latest updates. And of course, if you're in Zoom or on YouTube, but you are not yet on Slack, Slack is where a lot of our community happens. And so you can get your invitation to our Slack community at slack.codeforboston.org. That'll get you into the Slack team. And then from there, almost all our projects have different channels and places to discuss them. And that's so how you'll be able to continue to participate in our community even after tonight. So definitely head over there if you're not in already. And of course, we do sustain ourselves on small and medium-sized donations. So if you want to support us, codeforamerica.org/donate to a brigade, click Code for Boston in the drop-down box. And you can choose to give one time, you can choose to give recurring. And if your employer wants to support your amazing work here at Code for Boston, you can talk to Harlan or I. We have plenty of options around sponsoring workshops or specific hack night months or something like that. So, if folks want to discuss those options, we can certainly make that happen. Just send Harlan or I a note. So with that, let's do project updates, and I will start with the existing projects first. I believe My City is taking the night off, so we'll go to Safe Water.
Hey, what's up? We added a little another map. We're working a lot with maps, so we added one now for the live data that gets fed in, and we're also doing some caching of some of our pages. There's a little bug with the caching thing we're using, but we're using like a really basic one instead of memcached or something like that. So we're going to transition to that and do a little bit more final touch-up stuff. And we're not recruiting new members.
All right, sounds good to me. Job Hopper.
Yes, so I was not actually here last week, so I don't know how far we've progressed, but we are deep into build, demo, and test on our Job Hopper application, and I think we'll be doing more of that tonight. I know we are probably still looking for React, TypeScript, and D3 skills. So there's a little preview of what we'll be asking you for later.
Sounds great. Anyone here from Good Governance Project Advocacy Map?
Yeah, hey Matt. We are still plugging along. We're about 5 weeks in at this point, and we've got pretty good functional specs document that we just created, and finishing up with collecting the data to fuel the databases that we're pulling in. I just drew some poorly drawn mock-ups that we're going to be working off for the front end. So it's coming together.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt. Next is Plug Along. Anyone here from Plug Along?
Hey, I'm here. Just technical issues. Give me a second.
Oh, no worries.
Hi everyone. I'm Eva from Plug Along. We are starting work on our next release. Plug Along is in the Apple App Store, and it is also in beta on Android. So I posted in the general channel on Slack if you're interested in helping test or just downloading and giving us a, I don't know, is it 4 stars or 5? Might be a 5, up to 5 stars.
I think it's 5. You
Yeah.
want 5 stars.
Yeah, so we do want 5 stars. My mistake. But I'd settle for 4, honestly. In any case, what else about Plug Along? Actually not sure what we'll be working on tonight, but there's some new features. There's some stuff around achievements and other fun stuff for people to pick up.
Great. Thanks, Eva. Next is Clean Slate.
I was also out last week, but looking over notes, our data team is working with our partner to acquire some new data, and I'm sure working on some other pieces and parts of the ongoing analysis. And our app team has been working on automated testing and understanding the workflow for adult sealing. So we'll continue on those tonight.
Great. Next is Windfall Awareness. Windfall Awareness, going once, going twice. I guess that is off for the night. All right, and then with that, let's give a warm Code for Boston welcome to Daryl Malone. He's going to introduce the Police Data Trust Project.
Absolutely. Hey, everybody. So yeah, this is a project that we're starting development on tonight. We've been working with a number of data activists and academics across the country to try and develop a unified schema and index for all the various places and groups across the country that are collecting police data. So this is data on any types of interactions. This is data on fatalities that may be happening, any sort of civil rights cases that may be involved, and kind of things of that nature. The idea being to make the criminal justice system a lot more transparent and make that data a lot more shareable and break it out of these silos that it tends to get in. There's kind of a saying that every county is an island, and we want to make that not the case. So yeah, this is the first crack at actually building the index that will connect all of these different sources of data together and create one place where you can have a source of truth and access to all of these different data points. So yeah, happy to be aboard.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Daryl, and welcome again to the Code for Boston community. We are very excited to have you. So with that, new folks can stay in this room. Alex and I are going to be doing new member orientation, and everyone else, happy hacking. Enjoy the rest of the night, and have a good one. All right.